Right, so here we are, the first week of FIFA 18 FUT Champs is here, and it's going to be a very long year ahead of us because the defending on FIFA 18 is somewhat debatable right now. Everyone knows it's difficult, it's hard to track runs, to do all sorts, and regardless of the team, you guys know that I have my super team. I've got the likes of 94 Ronaldo, 95 Pele, and also 91 Ronaldinho in attack, but it doesn't matter because you come against teams like this and you still might struggle depending on the player, because some people are really good. Doesn't matter what team they have, they can still play in a certain way and execute it properly. But in this first game, we take the lead of Ronaldinho striking it from outside the box. A very good strike. You'll see Toby coming into the room there. He was around the house for a bit, so he decided to come in and watch a bit of my FUT Champs games. Anyway, Ronaldinho again looking so slick, going past players with ease, and he's so good. Like, you guys saw what I did with the 89 Ronaldinho. This one is a lot better. It's just swifter, faster, and there we go, 3-0. Pele making it comfortable for us, and we look like we're not going to let this slip. Anyway, Ronaldinho once again playing Pele through, and that's 4-0. However, even when I'm 4-0 up in this game mode, I'd never feel safe. So this guy makes it 4-1 there, and eventually we do actually win that game. So that's the first win done. But we go into the next game, and look, like I said, my team is far better than this. But it doesn't matter because guys who know how to use certain players like Rashford, Lanzini was a problem this FUT Champs week for me, and I don't know, some people just, doesn't matter what team they have. Like, when I play with a team like that, sometimes it feels clunky. I don't know what to do with them. But guys seem to have no issue giving me problems. I take the lead 2-1 there, and up against the other end, he gets a bit of luck with the tackle there, falls back to him, and eventually it does put him in a position where he's got some sort of advantage. Falls back to Herrera again, Van Dijk gets in there, trips up, and it's just a typical FIFA goal, and you can see me going mad in the corner. You will see me quite a few times lose my head at this game because it's quite frustrating. Anyway, Pele going up the other end, and we're trying to get back in front. He gets it across the box. Ronaldinho, I don't even think I pressed the button for that one, and I made it 3-2. As you can see, Toby coming in there again. I don't know what he was doing half the time, but he was in and out of the room. Anyway, 4-2 up with Ronaldinho, and I feel like I'm in control at this point. However, he does decide to quit very early in the second half, and then I get the win. Into the third game now, and we come up against someone called Team Sweat. And when you play someone called Team Sweat, just know it's going to be a long game. Anyway, we take the lead very early on. Like, regardless of this guy's team, he's good. We take the lead very early on. Ronaldo, 1-0, right? And R9 is incredible in this game, I have to tell you. I did say I would get him. I've gotten him now, and look at what he does. He just glides past defenders, cuts inside, and he finesses that to make it 2-0. In 7 minutes, we are comfortable right now. Yeah, I'm comfortable, I'm smiling. But after that, it seemed like he took control of the game, and he works it really well here. My player changing isn't working for me, and he makes it 2-1. De Gea can't stop that, and Borja Valero gets him back into the game. And from that point on, it felt like he was always going to score. He makes it 2-2 there, and I was very, very frustrated. However, we got the other end more or less instantly, and we make it 3-2, Ronaldinho. And at that point, I felt like I was going to win the game, but Icardi, 3-3, and then into extra time, Pele makes it 4-3, and I'm like, yeah, like shouting, and I don't know, every single time I scored, I felt like this guy's going to score, this guy's going to score. Didn't give me Gundogan to control there, and he makes it 4-4. So once again, the game's level. After that, Sergio Ramos gets sent off, so it's then tipped in his balance, and the way he was playing, I felt like he was always going to score. I really wanted it to get to penalties, but he was very good, this guy, and he did deserve to win. However, I felt it was a game that I could have won, but look, you can see there, he dominated the game. As a result of Ramos getting sent off, I then replaced him with Will Keane for a couple of games, put a stat card on him, and I came up against this guy. Now, one thing I will say about FUT Champs is, it's not always over. Like, it's not always over. So you might go down early in the game, you might go down by a few goals, but it's not always over. So don't try and quit too early, unless you're playing against me, because I want you to quit early. But yeah, this guy goes 2-0 up, and he was playing well. I felt like I had no control in the game, and I felt like I was always going to concede every time he got forward. However, like, I stuck in there, went at it, and he still was coming forward, makes it 3-0. At that point, I was thinking, do I quit? With 47 minutes into the game, he's made it 3-0. But right up the other end, Ronaldo gets us back in the game. That's 3-1. So like I said, don't be too hasty to quit unless you're playing against me. Ronaldo with an amazing finish there, 3-2, we're back in the game. And this guy's feeling the pressure because sometimes you get one goal, you get 2 goals, it rattles your opponent, and they just start bottling everything. So we win a penalty there, Ronaldinho steps up and puts it to the right, and yeah, that's 3-3 for us. So things are looking a lot better than they were. However, we get caught on the counter-attack from a corner. I lunge in there because I had nothing else to do really. He sweats it back to Littmanen, and that is 4-3, and I'm absolutely fuming, as you can see there. Beats all juggling, all sorts. But we go back up the other end, and Pele with a long shot outside the box. That makes it 4-4. So it's a really, really high scoring game at this point. And most games in FUT Champs, you will see in this video as well, are high scoring. We take the lead there with Pele soon after. And I was taking advantage of the momentum that was coming my way. Falls back to Ronaldo, a bit of luck there, 6-4. It's just a weird game. It's so hard to defend. I think many people are finding that, and I can't imagine how people feel defending against these R9s and Ronaldos that I have sometimes. Anyway, into the next game. Gabriel Jesus up front. Doesn't look like the most amazing of teams, but it looks like it's going to do a job. But we take the lead very early. Pele, finesse. It was so swift into the far corner. We're 1-0 up. Ronaldo then goes through. He makes it 2-0. And like I said, even at these points, I don't feel like I'm always just gonna run away with it. I feel like someone always has a chance to get back into the game, just like I did in the last one. But he makes it 3-1 there, and it just seems every game, even if you score like 5, they must always score. It's just so hard to defend. So if you have any tips for me to defend, to learn how to defend better, let me know. Ronaldinho makes it 4-1 there, and we are quite comfortably in the lead, so we win that game. Anyway, now we come into the 6th game, and right now I'm starting to build up momentum and learning how to deal with the mechanics of the game a bit more, learning the fact that I could finesse like that with R9, and just trying to kill off games as early as I could. Ronaldinho plays it through to Pele, chip goal there, and that is 2-0. This guy's pausing it, looking like he wants to quit. Doesn't quit there. Ronaldo gets this shot, Pele gets the rebound, and eventually our opponent does decide, you know what, I've had enough, time to quit. Game number 7 now, and I'm interested to know, what do you guys think so far of the gameplay on FIFA 18? I thought it was good at first, very hard to defend still, but good. Like, I was enjoying it for myself personally. They patched it, it seemed slow at first, but then it seems like it's sped back up. I can't put my finger on how the gameplay is going right now. But I do know defending is a problem for me. It's as simple as that. You can see I was 2-0 up, he makes it 2-1, it's 2-2, and I seem to be conceding goals in weird ways. My players are locking off, they can't deal with the runs that other people are making, and that seems to be my downfall, because you'll see in many of these games, how many goals am I conceding? Look, I've conceded again, 90th minute, can't defend. Luckily though, we got up the other end, Pele turns away swiftly and finesses it into the far corner, so I get away with that one and we get a win. But still, I don't know, man, I want to get better at defending, because look, little things. I know this time the player changing did me a bit. I couldn't chase Griezmann down, and he makes it 1-0 very early, and at this point I'm thinking, what's the point? Can I really do 40 games of this? But we got up the other end with Ronaldinho and we get back in the game. A nice near post finish. Then we take a bit of momentum, nice passing between the two, and Pele puts it away. So we're 2-1 up and we are in front. This guy was actually quite good from what I remember, like quite difficult to break down at times, but then all of a sudden the floodgates opened and I was just scoring and scoring and scoring and scoring, and Ronaldo with Pele there plays it, Ronaldinho slots it again, and he scores so many goals from that cam position. It's so fun to play with Ronaldinho, and if you get the chance to use him, just use him. But look at R9 drifting past that guy so easily, cutting back there and finessing it to make it 5-1. But like I said, I don't know, it's weird because this guy was actually good, so I was surprised. Obviously, you guys will say my team's overpowered and whatnot, but I don't know, like, most people who are better than me, regardless of my team, will actually deal with me. But we won that game 7-1, and I felt quite in control for most of it after we started scoring. Into game number 8 now, and Ronaldo picks us up early, and once again, we take an early lead. Ronaldo and Ronaldinho combining, he puts the finish away, and his driven finish is very, very good. So we're winning, right? 2-0. This is 2-0. Pele takes it down the side, sweats it, and Ronaldinho slides it in. We're 2-0 up. However, he goes up the other end, and that's 2-1. I concede too easily. Is it just me conceding too easily? Does it happen to you guys? Up the other end, though, Pele puts us 3-1 up, and it looks like we might take control. But a couple of minutes later, I've conceded again. I can't close my defense up. Nice turn from Ronaldo here. Finesses it into the far corner. 4-2 up. We're looking better. But, you know, it just seems like every single time either of us was going forward, it was a goal. Through the legs of Van Dijk, put him in the right position, doesn't block it. Never mind that. And Immobile with this absolute rocket of a finish into the top corner with his weaker foot, and it's 4-4. Goals were flying in, but Pele decides to outdo Immobile, and we're 5-4 up. But up the other end again, finesse, everything was flying in this game. It didn't make sense to me, but I bring on Ronaldo here. Ronaldo takes the shot, it's deflected, he nods it back across, and look at this from R9. Look at this finish. That finish doesn't even make sense. But yeah, he's just so overpowered. Ronaldo goes through, makes it 7-5, and that's another goal. But eventually we win the game 10-6, and that's saying something about the game. 10-6. It's only the first week in FIFA FUT Champs, and I am just tired of the sight of that 87 Manny. I even feel guilty because I handed him the award. But yeah, we take an early lead against this guy in the 21st minute, but literally within a minute, he's up the other end with Dembele and he's made it 1-1. And then he breaks with Laudrup away from Van Dijk, plays it back across to Dembele, cuts inside, finesses it. That's 2-1. It's so annoying to concede like that straight after scoring. But yeah, we make it 2-2 with R9. And then once again, he's breaking down this left-hand side, causing problems. This guy can't deal with it, cuts back, goes for a shot, goes across to Pele, and we are 3-2 up. So it's going to be another high-scoring game. Just know that. This time, again, Ronaldo beating this guy, chips it over, and he's just a tank. Like, there's so many times where I just needed Ronaldo to give me a bit of magic, and he didn't fail to do that. But this guy gets back into the game with Son, and it's 4-3. But that's what I'm saying, like, I don't have the ability to just close games out. Maybe it's because I like to play attacking football and I can't be bothered to pass it around the back or do anything like that. But that is how most people will win against me. Passing it around the back, doing that sort of slow gameplay. I find it personally boring and irritating, and I don't like to do it to other people, but that's how you win sometimes. Anyway, make it 7-3, and it's another high scoring game, absolutely ridiculous. I let my concentration slip and he gets a late goal with Son, but we get back up the other end, Ronaldo finessing it into the top corner. He's just a fake card. It's just not fair. But yeah, after that game, 10 in, and that was how it went. I was 9-1 at this point. So let me know what you guys think of this. This is what I've done so far, just showing you guys a couple of my FUT Champs games. Would you like to see the full 40 every time I play it? I was going to say every week, but I know I may not have the time or energy to complete it every week, so that might not be possible. But yeah, if you could see my FUT Champs highlights, would you want to see it? Let me know down in the comment section below. Leave a like on this video if you have enjoyed it. Let me know any sort of improvements you'd like to see to my team as well. And I know it's pay to win, but I don't pay to lose. I paid to win, because last year I didn't get top 100. Probably won't get it this year, but I want to be getting at least Elite 2 every week. But yeah, leave a like on the video if you have enjoyed it. Subscribe if you are new, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Peace.
Yeah, they keep telling me that I'm the best in the country, and I like how that sounds. You think you're Superman, I get the kryptonite and bring you right back down. Yeah, you know the drill. I kill MCs till it's overkill.